Hello friends, Pat D here. Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. Today's video, we're going to an island in the middle of Lake Michigan, South Manitou Island. Much history on this island going back to the Ojibwe Indians. And then later, it became a small Coast Guard port with a lighthouse. That was decommissioned a long time ago, and now it's owned and operated by the National Park Service, and we get to go check it out. South Manitou is uninhabited with the exception of probably 3 or maybe 4 rangers that live in the old Coast Guard houses right up there by the dock. The rest of the island, it's uninhabited and open to explore. Dispersed camping, it's not allowed, but there are 3 areas throughout the island where you are allowed to put your tents. They are primitive, there's no facilities, maybe an outhouse, but that's it. When you get to the island, right at the dock by the ranger station, there is potable water there, so you'll want to either fill up there or have a water filter, which is the best scenario. Otherwise, you'll be like me and forget your water filter and then have to make a couple extra trips back, adding many miles to your feet, possibly in odd hours of the night. But moving forward, we're going to start out by taking a 90-minute boat ride to the island. I wasn't supposed to have anything on my dashboard in the parking area, was I?
It's too late now.
Okay. Get there, get a briefing from the ranger, and then go find ourselves a campsite.
So I'll get these papers first. You can put them in a nice pile right here.
Oh, this is indeed a tent spot. Well, so far I'm going with this one. We'll also check out some of the island's wildlife and nature. We'll trek to some cool and out-of-the-way spots. Oh, there it is. Wow. With that, let's see if South Manitou is something you'd like to explore. Let's go. All right, had to park my van several blocks away, and she said it leaves promptly at 10. After jogging, running, and even sticking my thumb out a couple times, I made it just in the nick of time. Morning.
Morning.
Yes. I wasn't supposed to have anything on my dashboard in the parking area, was I?
It's too late now.
Okay. Yes, this is Patrick. I just got on the boat. I wasn't supposed to have anything on my dashboard in that parking area, was I?
It's okay. The directions that I gave you were supposed to be your permit, because I put a date on there. What kind of car do you have?
It's a white van. It's got a big, storage box on top and a solar panel.
Oh, yeah, and you're coming back tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no big deal. You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Do some good fishing out here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a bunch of big bass.
Oh, really?
Right in the center.
Smallmouth?
Yeah.
Yep. How's the fishing on that inland lake on Manitou?
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Same thing, bass, pike, and all that?
Bass, pike, perch.
Perch. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Most people fish down at the south end.
South end? Okay. Appreciate it. Coming off a drizzly morning here on Lake Michigan, heading to South Manitou Island. Looks like there's about 16 of us heading to the island today. And then we'll spread out our own ways, and guess we'll see where it ends up by nightfall.
Have a nice time.
Hey, have a good day.
Have a good time.
You too.
House over there. We'll have a nice little talk. Get y'all orientated.
Judging by the line, it looks like Sunday was a good day to get here. Weekends might be a little busier.
Sorry.
No problem.
Take it.
That's a good idea.
Sadasimo, sadasimo, berudayin sadasimo.
So I'll get these papers first. You can put them in a nice pile right here. Hello everybody, my name is Ranger James. I'm one of the few park people out here. See anybody wearing a hat like this, or they have an arrowhead on the side of their shirt, you can ask them as many questions as you want. By law, we're required to answer them to the best of our ability. You can bother us as much as you want. That's what we're here for. Poison ivy is a huge problem out here right now. It's growing really strong everywhere. It's growing very tall everywhere as well. You're doing a good job on staying on the trails. It'll still be a bit of an issue, but if you're carving new social trails, well, congratulations, you're going to be covered in poison ivy. If you're not familiar with what poison ivy looks like here, there's a picture of it on the board over there. If it's a bright or vibrant red or a dark red, just leave it alone. If you're looking for food and you didn't pack enough or you didn't pack any at all, there's a stranded camper box right over there next to that gentleman.
Of course, I decided to have a look, and dang, this box was loaded. I did snag this smoked sockeye salmon chowder, and it was fantastic, but there was lots of stuff in here. Extra gas for your stoves, pancake mixes, blueberry and strawberry, peanut butter jars, ramen noodles, Ritz crackers, mashed potatoes, coffee, rice, you name it. You could have came here, I could have came here with zero food and left, gained weight for sure.
Speaking of food, our number one pest and problem out here, the micro bears or the chipmunks, whatever you want to call them, they're ruthless and they're vicious and they will steal your food if you let them. I've seen them tear into Yetis, Osprey bags, you know, you name it.
All right, weather station, that's where we're heading. Looking out for poison ivy on the way. For getting my water filter, I had to make the 2.6 mile round trip journey from my campsite to here a couple times. An Ojibwe Indian story about how this area got its name coming up. All right, I just went through the briefing from the ranger, walking to the campground area. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of poison ivy out here. It's like, oh, the campground here is 1.1 mile. Oh, okay. So it is a little walk. Let's take a look out here right quick before we head towards the campground. Only in the high 60s today. Big change from what we've had. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Yeah, it's a good sized island, so even though, I don't know, there's probably 20 of us on it here, plus the, I don't know how many rangers, 6 or 7. Yeah, there's plenty of room to just be by yourself or, you know, have some peace and quiet if you want it. Okay, here's the information for what I need today. Weather station campground there, that's where I'm walking, 1.1 miles. What you gotta watch out for though, friends, this freaking poison ivy, man. Very bad. A lot of it's, you know, got some red tint, which means it's highly spreadable right now. If you're allergic to it, you're in trouble. Looks like this is about the point where the boardwalk ends and the sandy path starts. Been walking a good while, should be getting close. All right. Yeah, looks like camp's that way. Yeah, they say the Black flies and mosquitoes can be bad here, but knock on wood. Whoa, I better watch stepping off trail. Knock on wood, I haven't had a problem yet. Well, that should keep me from getting bit there, knocking on wood. Weather station campground. Okay. Gonna scope it out here first and see which campground I'd like to choose. Hi.
Do you know where there weren't camping sites that way? Or?
Should be, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
I went pretty far.
Did you? Didn't see any?
Have you stayed here before?
Never.
Well, that one says group camping, right? So I don't know where.
Huh. I'm trying to be careful of this poison ivy.
Yeah, I know. You have shorts on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ran into a ton of it. I'm just gonna accept it.
Yeah, I'm already thinking every little itch I feel is poison ivy, and it can't be that yet. Well, I guess I'll see if I see anything. You walk pretty far though, huh?
Yeah, I went probably a quarter mile that way.
Shoot. Huh. Right about here is where I decided, okay, I'm not going to try to play this dodging game all day. I'll just deal with whatever happens when I have to. All right, as I brush through poison ivy, I'm going to check out the lake. Oh, beautiful. All right, this says 20. Must be something back in there. I'm gonna see if I can find something closer to the water though. Big old Gardner snake. Definitely the biggest Gardner snakes I've ever seen in my life on this island. I'm guessing well-fed chipmunks equals well-fed snakes. Some very big Gardner snakes here, friends. I have never seen Gardner snakes this big. Okay. And he's disappeared. Okay, here's a nice little campsite. Right now this is top on my list. I'm gonna walk a little further though. I love how they're spread out because number 20 was, shoot, I mean, I don't know, 5 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, walking. Looks like a little group area with a fire pit. Fire ring. Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah, got a little area here for you to make a fire. Pathways here and there. Really cool. I'm gonna try this pathway, see if it leads to a campsite. Really winds back in here. Pretty cool. See what this is. I just saw a chipmunk, or as they're calling them around here, micro bears. Looks like this is just a sitting area. Oh, this is indeed a tent spot. Well, so far I'm going with this one. Yeah, this looks like a fantastic place to set up camp. Love this. The campsites are nowhere near each other. So, you know, like I'm going to set up my tent here with a view right here. Look at this view, friends. About a bing. Do have a little rain going on. Not like heavy rain, but drizzle. Great spot. Okay, got her set up. Got my chair. Got my food hung up over here from the micro bears or chipmunks. Hopefully that'll suffice. Forgot my belt, so I had a makeshift one out of polycord. I was really pleased with this spot I procured. You could hear the waves coming in all through the night, and it was just an overall peaceful and awesome place. Another really nice campsite right there. Oh, is that where we're supposed to put them? It was here that I realized where I need to put my tags, so I had to make a quick run back. Yeah, I came around the bend. So I think, you know, as far as beachfront, mine are pretty premier, as are these out here on sites 8 through 15. And then here, where I'm looking at sites 1 through 7, that's more of like, you know, in the woods. So I'm happy with my spot, for sure. Yeah, I've only been here a few hours, but so far I'm really liking this island. I'm starting to venture out and explore, and I haven't seen anybody. It's very nice and peaceful. Tunnel of trees. On a side note, I now have been bitten by like 3 or 4 black flies. These flies look like a house fly when I look at them, but no, they bite the shit out of you. And then I'm getting that, you know, that hyped out feeling, because with the poison ivy here, I'm thinking every itch is poison ivy, you know. So that's one of those mental things that people deal with. I deal with, I don't know. But still, look at this. All right, after heading out from my campsite and learning that there are some big mosquitoes and some pretty heavy biting black flies, not like overbearing amount, but it's happened to me a few times now. And before I left to come to the island, I was in a big rush the way things happen, so I forgot my head net and forgot bug spray. So anyway, make do with what happens. But anyway, yeah, I headed out from the campsite, I don't know, maybe half mile ago. And so these are the things I'm going to check out first thing in the morning. I'm going to get up very early and go check out the Shipwreck, the Cedars, and the dunes. Right now, about to head into the village, which is 1.3 miles, and fill up with some clean water, because I have some like lemonade water stuff, and I don't want to cook with that. And I only have 1 water bottle. That's another thing I forgot. But anyway, heading into town, which is 1.3, and then another 1.3 to the campsite. So I still have, whew, there's one, excuse me, 2.6 miles to go. But you got to keep moving. You go sitting still, you know, without head net protection or bug spray, and you're screwed. But I saw some bug spray at the ranger station, so I'm going to use it. There were lots of crazy and trippy mushrooms all over the island. I do suggest this so far. And it's quiet. Quiet and peaceful. I haven't even seen a person for an hour, approximately. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Is that an apple? Is this an apple tree? Let me know. Is that an apple? Makes you wonder how in the world these invasive fish get into interior lake on an island. Yeah, so far I definitely recommend this island for a visit. It's very peaceful, very cool. cost for this. My round trip boat ticket, ferry ticket was $45. My camping was $10. It's $10 a night to camp. But yeah, $45 round trip, $10 a night to camp, and then for a 7-day national park pass for this place is $25. So a total of $80. But for me, the park pass paid off twice because I used it last Thursday when I did the really steep dune climb in that last video of mine. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. But yeah, $80 total, and that's good for 7 days. You know, your camping would go up $10 a night, but still, all in all, not a bad damn deal at all. Okay, I can see this lake popping through the trees. Florence Lake, for goodness sake. Little lake right inside the island, which I think is pretty cool. Not really little in size, that's for sure. Wow. I accidentally scared up a mother loon and her babies, who immediately took off. Yeah, I'm seeing that several days could be spent on this island really easy. There's so much exploring to do. I think it's like 22 miles around the entire island, and that doesn't even include the interior trails and such. So next time I think I'll come for a few days, or that's what I recommend. And even bringing like a pump-up paddleboard in addition to your backpack, you know, put one on the front, one on the back of you, and you know, you can bring it on this lake. So cool. And I guess there's good fishing of all sorts. So yeah, I'm recommending a few days for sure. Cutting through the inner island, you would run into a past civilization, remains from it anyways, as well as the furthest away campground out here on the island, Popple. One of the few houses. Looks like it's sitting in front of the maintenance yard. Yeah, I'm sure a park ranger, maintenance guy probably lives there. Doing part of a loop, I guess. The bay campground is much closer than the one I went to. Pretty cool. Somebody has made this, I don't know what you want to call it, this thing of the island. I'm going to go with thing right now because I can't think of anything. Lighthouse. It shows the trails, the lake, the structure of the, you know, the elevation gain out here to the dunes. This boat's actually pretty cool. There's the rudder and there's the handle, you know, that somebody would sit back there on that little pedestal, whatever you want to call it, and work that rudder. Surf boat. It's a historic surf boat. Ojibwe legend has it that a mother and her 2 cubs were fleeing a fire from Wisconsin. They swam across Lake Michigan, and the mother made it to the other side, but the cubs perished, drowning, forming the 2 islands, North and South Manitou. The mother sat there on shore waiting until she died, forming the big hill on Sleeping Bear Dunes. Many shipwrecks have happened on and around the island, one which we will see tomorrow. Beside having food here for you, like in that box over there, there's little knickknacks here too. So like I got a steak I'm borrowing because I could use another steak on the tent, And I forgot my headlamp too. Wouldn't you know, there was one of them up there too. So I'll return both of those tomorrow, the headlamp and the steak for sure. And it looks like there's even a tent. Somebody left a tent. A couple water bottles, which I'm going to check them out. I may take a water bottle, then I'll have enough water instead of just this one little bottle I have. There is a real bathroom with running water, I assume. Yeah, running water. And a working toilet, so you're not restricted to just an outhouse if you're here. Anyway, see you in a minute. This bird is really making some noise about something. Seems like it's trying to tell me something. Well, I put in about 5 or 6 miles a day. All right, so it's kind of cool out, you know, been drizzly all day. I'm going to make this, I like these while camping, this spiced apple cider. I've only got this, so I got to make sure I don't tip anything. Oh, that's flavorful. Yeah, I'm kind of just propped up under this tree here because I noticed, you know, the ground really wasn't wet right here. Because I'm under this canopy. Out there the ground's kind of wet wherever you are. I'm probably going to have to walk to the ranger station in the morning to get more water. So that'll be, about 2.5 miles that I'll have to walk before breakfast. Whew, I don't think I'm going to be awake too long tonight. I don't know. I'm wore out today. Hoping I get a good early start on some exploring. Okay, here's what's for dinner tonight. And I picked this up from the free box. I was going to have ramen noodles and mixed tuna in it, but I saw this in the free box. Sockeye salmon chowder, so I figured I'm going to try that. Look at the price tag on this thing. $16.95. I knew it was an inexpensive meal. And somebody gave me these last week. These grain-free tortilla chips, so I figured I'll break them up and put them in there as well. Just added my water to my pan for my seafood chowder, and that's all the water it leaves me for the night. Yep, so I'll be thirsty in the morning. I'm gonna have to make a darn run to the ranger station then, right when I wake up. Remove oxygen absorber and coconut milk powder sachet. That's the coconut milk powder sachet. And this is the contents, the dehydrated contents in this bag. I think it's going to be good. We'll see. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Time to try the sockeye salmon chowder, seafood chowder. Ooh, it's more like a lumpy mashed potato. I probably didn't add enough water. But oh well, it's what's on the menu tonight now. Stir it up a little more. Okay. Yeah, some of that water was at the bottom, so did get a little creamier. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I dig it. Very good. It did pick up some more moisture. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to Add some of these chips. Give it some crunch. Because I like some crunch in my meal. Tabasco. I'm going to put about half this container in here. Yep. Save the other half for my breakfast skillet tomorrow. Stir that all up. That did it. Some crunch, a little spice. Good. All right, it's about 2:45 in the morning. You know, I ended up crashing out about 7 or 8, I think it was. So I woke up probably 12:30 a couple hours ago, listening to the waves come in and stuff. But now I decided to leave the campsite and head up to the ranger station to fill my water bottle. I wanted to do it now. This way I can get up and just go start exploring, which is the other direction. So yeah, maybe I'll come back, take a little nap, and then explore. Maybe I'll be wide awake and just make some coffee and get exploring. Maybe we'll see some creatures or something. Mighty quiet. Oops, where is this trail going? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this headlamp on low to save battery. Which right now we're using the light of the phone, so it's much brighter. But here's how it gets when I shut the light off on the phone. Get a little spider web action going on through here. Whew! Yeah, I'm hitting. Oops. Yeah, I'm hitting. Spider webs and shit. God dang. Quiet as can be out here. Toad population is in effect tonight. Second one I've seen in a little while. They just freeze when you put the light on. How you doing, buddy? Okay. And another. This is a big one here. Way bigger than the other two. Look at that. Wow. Prehistoric. Alright, I made it to the ranger station after getting sidetracked. I love these grasses that grow up in the sand near the seashore. Made it back after a 2.5 mile walk in the middle of the night, 3 in the morning. Refilled my water, and I picked this one up, this container, and filled that with water too. That was in the boathouse, which was still open, so I'll return that along with this headlamp, but I knew I needed more water. But yeah, forgetting my water purifier bottle really caused me to get a lot more exercise, because I've had to make this trek 2.5 miles a couple times now to get more water. But that's the way it goes. It was a nice walk. I'm gonna try to get a couple hours of sleep and get out there exploring early. One thing you want to do, friends, with these food bags, whether it's for bear or any kind of animal, is not only your food, but toothpaste. Toothpaste has a scent. Animals can smell that and they'll go after that too. So don't leave that in your tent with you, or your, anything where they can get to it. Toothpaste, like coconut flavored suntan lotion, lotion, like anything like that. You want to keep in your food bag. Picked up these little 2-in-1 packets from the Asian store. Vietnamese coffee mixed with cream. It should be Robusta, so it should be some pretty strong stuff. All right, so I slept in a little longer than I thought after that late night walk to the ranger station. It's about 9 o'clock now. I probably would still be sleeping, except my foot kicked the inflate-deflate hole in my sleeping pad and opened it. So then I was on cold, hard ground, and that doesn't last too long. So it's about 9 o'clock. Trying to decide if I'm going to eat some breakfast first or after, but probably makes more sense to eat it first. So I think I'm getting ready to make some breakfast and then we'll get exploring. I was hoping to have a hot breakfast, but I used all that water from that metal bottle I borrowed on coffees, 2 coffees. So this is all the water I've got left, and I do have this little lemonade mix in there. So that would have probably been kind of weird with the hot breakfast, and it wouldn't have left me much water. If I got 6 miles to explore, approximately, I'm gonna need all this water. So my breakfast this morning, rest of these pistachios, an orange, and some oysters. Oysters will be accompanied by a little Tabasco sauce. I think it's over there, but yeah, that's breakfast before I head out. Breakfast of champions. Okay, just heading out from the campsite, heading to see the Shipwreck, the cedar forest, and the sand dunes. Yeah, I'm tightened up because, yeah, these skeeters are out here, man. Holy shit, and they're big too. I've got this old sweatshirt on, and I didn't even put the holes here. They just, formed over time, but man, coming in handy now with all these mosquitoes that were biting my hands. Both sleeves were like that. Oh my God, I don't know if you can see them. Jesus criminy. If you stop for a second, man, these mosquitoes are swarming you. Whew. Holy cow, in these treed areas, these forested areas, mosquitoes are thick, man. Like, I stopped to take a picture, I saw at least 50 just right in front of me. So yeah, I got to moving. Can't be stopping in these wooded areas if you have no head net or bug spray. Good Lord. All right, coming up to the south side of the lake that's here on the island, Florence Lake. It would be nice to come out here on a paddleboard. There's also some very old farms on the island. I think that date back to the 1800s, but I don't think I'm going to have a chance to get to them today. I'm hearing like a bunch of birds or something off in the distance. Not exactly sure what that is. But here, looks like we're heading to Lake Michigan. It's supposed to be a ship. Oh, there it is. Wow. An old shipwreck right there. Isn't that something? Hazardous Bluff, okay. Whew. Wow, look at this, folks. Golly. Wow. You don't want this sand to give away. It's a long way down. Look at that coastline. Glad I took this pathway to see this. A lot of birds calling that either their home or their resting spot. Now let's check out the cedars and the dunes. Okay, splitting the road of the cedars and dunes. The dunes is further, so I think I'm gonna take that furthest route first, so just in case I don't feel like walking much more. This way I can't help it, I've already been there. So the cedars will be a short little veer off on the way back, I think. Yeah, let's go check out the dunes. Total change of scenery from just a few minutes ago. Looks like the lake's on the other side of that hill. So I'm gonna follow this trail you see in front of me. Whew. Wow. Okay, I decided to take that path that goes out to the dunes. Even though I'm really starting to push my luck. I gotta be on that boat in less than 4 hours, and I still have to get back to my camp and pack everything up. But man, this is just too pretty to pass up. Not seeing any footprints here. I think most people stop before this. It kind of looks daunting. Probably more so than it is. Wow, these dunes are vast. Right when you think you're gonna get to the water, nope, just another hill. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going down there today. Hard to believe that I came from way over there. Damn. And I gotta go back. These views, just a hard environment. Sure, this is a workout, but it's nice having sand. Make up a little time. Okay, let's check out what these cedars are all about. Okay, here at the boardwalk, I start seeing the cedars. These are cedar trees. What I was reading on a sign when I got to the island, that somehow this side of the island escaped deforestation back in the day. In usual fashion, I'm all out of water. And It'll be a couple hours at least before I get any. For day trippers, or for those who can't or just don't want to walk much, there is a tractor that pulls a cart for you down the main legs of the island. Saw many chipmunks on the island, but this was the only squirrel. Here, the notorious chipmunk, otherwise known as micro bear. Wow, almost, no, around 6 miles I did. Plus I did the 2.5 last night, and then about 6 yesterday, so whew, I'm wore out, and I still have to pack up my tent and camp and hike about another 1.5 miles. Gonna take just a little break here first. Got camp packed up, backpack packed, and guess the only sensible thing to do now is jump into Lake Michigan.
Sadasimo, Sadasimo, berudayin Sadasimo. Sadasimo, Sadasimo, berudayin.